Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about another secondary character. His name is Tom Makerson. So who's Tom Makerson? You may not, even if you read the series, you might have to kind of think about it for a minute because he's kind of a little bit in the background, but he still plays an important role. See, one of the things that makes the machine of Jorge Hernandez work so well is that he has connections. He's connections with powerful people, including the media. So Tom Makerson, he's in the media. A couple books back, I believe it was in And the Devil Will Laugh. He made his first appearance right at chapter 1. I think that was the book. And in this chapter, George is kind of saying, if you had the opportunity to become the editor of this paper that's big in Toronto, could you possibly kind of lean more in my direction and kind of help me out a little bit? And if he's like, sure, because he's scared shitless of Jorge Hernandez. He's scary, he's intimidating, he's a criminal, and people kind of know that, but nobody really says it. And so he is a little bit hesitant to say no. Not that he does. And he's, yeah, but this other guy's the editor, and George is like, he mightn't be the editor much long. And suddenly this guy dies, very mysteriously, not really, and Makerson takes over. So from that point on, Jorge Hernandez controls a lot of what is said in the media about him. He slants things that kind of suit him. I know that never happens, right? And he has a lot of power behind this particular publication. It's a newspaper. Again, it's just in the Toronto area, but it becomes very powerful because not only does it feature a lot of things or stories, I should say, regarding Jorge Hernandez and as his popularity grows in the city. Also, George gives a lot of tips to surprise stories that he seems to have information on and no one else does. And that, of course, makes the paper more popular because they have a lot of stories other papers aren't getting, or at least not right away. And they're on social media really fast and they get the information out there. And so that's kind of what the whole role of Tom Makerson is. They work together well. It's helped move up Makerson's profile, working with Jorge Hernandez. They kind of help one another out. I think there's talks of a condo being paid off at some point because he's been so helpful. And it's kind of interesting. He's kind of a quieter character. He doesn't really, he's passive, which is, if you will notice, probably if in the series, a lot of people that Jorge Hernandez gets in his life tend to be passive because he recognizes that as a very strong, aggressive, assertive person, he can kind of push his way in and do what he wants. And he chooses these people carefully. He knows what he's doing. So that's Tom Makerson. That's kind of the quick scoop. We don't really know a lot about him outside of his work situation. He's very professional. Maybe that's going to change in the future. That's very possible as he gets a little more entrenched in things, and who knows, he might have a little more of a storyline in the future. So that's Tom Makerson. That's who he is. He's the editor of, I think I call it Toronto AM. I think that's what I call it. Yes. That's what I call the fictitious paper. It's not a real paper, by the way. Fictitious paper that he is involved with. Anyways, guys, check out some other videos to learn about other secondary characters. I'm going to have more up, or about the main character, about the books, everything. I have them here on YouTube. Also, go to my website, mimaandfire.com. I talk about all the books there, too. I have a blog, everything. Anywhere you want to learn, however you want to learn. Have a great day, guys. Bye.